Hi, this is Stanton Jones with ISG with the three most important things you need to know about the IT and business services sector in the first quarter of 2023. Number one, enterprise demand for application services, industry-specific BPO, and engineering services remained strong in the first quarter despite macroeconomic concerns. So we've seen a really fundamental shift in enterprise buying behavior over the past several years, with a massive upward trend towards sourcing applications, BPO, and engineering services, while at the same time a steady decline in sourcing traditional infrastructure services. And even with the double-digit decline in infrastructure contract value, managed services had its best quarter ever, generating $9.8 billion in annual contract value. And much of that record-setting growth came from, you guessed it, applications, BPO, and engineering services. Number two, enterprises are focused on optimizing their existing cloud investments and slowing new migrations. Both software as a service and infrastructure as a service bookings declined year over year in the first quarter. SaaS bookings were down 4% year over year, and infrastructure as a service was down 16%. And for the first time ever, the big three US hyperscalers, AWS, Microsoft, and Google, saw a year over year decline in bookings. Combined, they were down 12% year over year. That said, we do believe this slowdown in cloud is very much related to the global macroeconomic situation. Cloud is becoming and will be the dominant delivery model for most large enterprises. Number three, recent cost management actions by IT service providers is really more about protecting margins than a reflection of a slowdown in enterprise demand. Hiring in the IT services sector exploded in 2022 when demand was at unprecedented levels. But lately, that hiring has slowed pretty significantly, so much so now that providers are now, on the whole, just replacing for attrition, which, by the way, has also declined. It fell under 20% for the first time since early 2021, which is great news for the sector. However, given the sharp rise in IT services wages in 2022 and the inability of providers to pass many of those increases on to clients, is leading providers to need to reduce costs. And that's why most of the cost actions we saw in the first quarter were really focused on support functions and not on billable resources. And given that we're holding our 2023 growth forecast for managed services at 5%, we do expect hiring to pick back up in the second half of the year to meet that demand. So those are the three most important things you need to know about the IT and business services sector in the first quarter of 2023. And if you're interested in staying up to date on the sector each week, I encourage you to sign up for the weekly Index Insider newsletter using the link in the comments below. Thanks, and we'll see you on the second quarter ISG Index call on July 13th.